What is going on, everyone? I'm just gonna say welcome to Blue Pill Podcast because it's probably mostly gonna be Blue Pill, might be Purple Pill, might be Conspiracy Corner. Who the fuck knows, man? I know here lately, I've been doing a couple Blue Pill podcasts here and there, and I just end up getting into conspiracy even when I try not to. This is your co-host, Lammy Chillmeister. I'm your host, Abe Williams. Um, yeah, so I haven't been putting out every day like I used to. I'll tell you why. Not gonna lie, dude. So I told you guys a while back I had gotten Grand Theft Auto for Game Boy Color. I wasn't getting tired of it, just a little burnt out on it because, like, for one, you can't really progress in the game. It's kind of like an arcade style game. First of all, the character selection is insane. Like, I let a coworker play at work, and it's for Game Boy Color, but it's a black cartridge. So we're just going to do some video game talk for a while. I'm sorry. If you want a conspiracy, I don't know what to tell you. Sometimes I just want to talk about blue pill shit. So with like the Game Boy Color, when it first came out, they were making hybrid games. And they were black cartridges. And any game that was on a black cartridge, you could play on regular Game Boy. So like I had Link's Awakening back in the day. That's my favorite Zelda. That's, in my opinion, the best Zelda ever. And just, I love the fucking storyline, man. It's one of the only Zeldas that I've ever played to where, like, when you actually beat the game and figure out what's going on, like, my mind was, like, blown. And it's really strange the whole time. I mean, Zelda's always been strange, especially, like, Majora's Mask, but this one, like, feels like a fever dream, and there's a reason it feels like a fever dream, and you understand once you beat the game, when you get to the end of it. So, like, Link's Awakening, Grand Theft Auto 1 for Game Boy Color, it's black cartridge, meaning you can play it on regular Game Boy. So, it's already not super high tech. It's a really rare game. It cost me, like, ain't gonna lie, I didn't even buy it. My wife bought it. I seen it in GameStop, and I seen it behind this glass case, and I was literally drooling over the game because I ain't gonna lie, dude. Like, I got into Grand Theft Auto at a young age, when I wasn't supposed to be playing it. I had a babysitter who let us play Grand Theft Auto 3, and yeah, I just was like, this is amazing. And I remember being in the store and seeing, pretty sure it was Grand Theft Auto, Grand Theft Auto for Game Boy Color. That's how long ago this was. That's how little of a kid I was. And it was at FYE. I think we were at the mall, and FYE had it, and I wanted it so bad, but my parents would not let me get it. And I'm like, come on, it's rated T, like, and they're like, you're not a teen, like, you can't play it, you can't get it. And I'm like, okay. And in my defense too, I was explaining to them, like, it's not as bad as, like, GTA 3. Like, I said, you probably can't even pick up women, you can't, there's probably no drugs, there's no cussing, they can't put that in rated T games. And I was right. Like, one of the things that are funny when you play Grand Theft Auto for Game Boy Color is they talk about coffee all the time. Like, hey, come back to the base, and we got some coffee brewed up for you. Like, everyone just drinks coffee. There's no drugs, there's no alcohol, there's no cigarettes. It's kind of funny. But yeah, when you first start playing, like, So the cartridge itself is super primitive. There's no saving, which fucking blows. My buddy at work was trying it out, and he was like, dude, there's like 15 different characters you can choose from. Like, I could have honestly fixed the game right here. I would have made it, okay, 2 characters. You get a female and a male. Which the character designs are pretty fucking cool. Like, there's a punk guy in there with a mohawk. There's this big black dude named Bubba. There's this Russian chick, a beautiful like Russian blonde. But yeah, the character designs, like any other Grand Theft Auto, character designs are always awesome. I've always thought Grand Theft Auto since day one did like really cool on their character designs. Like, every person is just out there, like super defined, like super original. But they used up so much memory and space on 15 character select, which is ridiculous. So I think that was part of the reason why you can't save on it. There's no save points at all. And when you go online and try to look up any info about Grand Theft Auto for Game Boy Color, it had to have been a super rare game because there's not much info out there. Or it must have been like such a flop that not many people have played it. I personally like it. It's fun. Just don't expect like an amazing story. Like, there's still conversations and stuff. You can't save. You can unlock there's 3 cities in the whole cartridge. So you get Vice City, San Andreas, and Liberty City. They start you out in Liberty City. Now, how to unlock those cities, I'm assuming you have to beat so many missions and reach a high score, which with the controls, it's super difficult to beat missions, especially when you first start playing. Like, a lot of people just, as soon as I was letting friends play it and stuff, they're like, dude, this is janky as fuck. And I'm like, yeah, I know. But I was like, once you get used to it, you can actually start beating missions and stuff. But I still haven't figured out. I'll have to try to Google it and find it, how to unlock the other cities and stuff. So if you can find a cartridge of it that someone unlocked all 3 cities, that's honestly the best way to do it, because it's like like I said, it's like an arcade. You just play until you get tired and quit, and it saves your high score. Another weird thing, it doesn't have a very powerful saving battery. I don't know if it's because I got an old cartridge or what, but like, it saved my highest score, which was like 50,000, and it saved another one. It only saved like 2 high scores. So I might have to delete one and just sit there and grind and see if I can beat my high score. So it might only save like 1 or 2 high scores at a time. I don't know. But I got Grand Theft Auto Advanced, and I had my wife order it because I was getting a little burnt out on just playing regular Grand Theft Auto 1. And dude, it actually feels like a Grand Theft Auto. Like, the Grand Theft Auto 1 for Game Boy Color, I enjoy it. I like playing it. I let 2 friends play it. One of them hated it. He's like, this is horrible. This sucks. The other one was like, okay, this is neat. Like, and I even told him, I was like, see, that's what I thought. Like, it's not amazing. I didn't think it would be amazing. It is what it is. It's Grand Theft Auto on Game Boy Color. Now, I got the Game Boy Advanced one, Grand Theft Auto Advanced, and I just fell in love with it, like, immediately. Like, it's still top down, but like, there's actual music. Like, with the Game Boy Color Grand Theft Auto, it's like that 16-bit Nintendo sounding music, which is still kind of neat. Like, the tunes get stuck in your head. I'll be sitting there at work like, burp, 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 burp. doing the like weird theme music and shit. So it gets stuck in your head. It's almost like jingles, and it's really weird because you're like sitting there mowing people down with a machine gun, killing cops, like blowing up police stations and shit. And there's like this happy-go-lucky, like carnival sounding music playing. So it's kind of twisted. I was telling my friend, I was like, because he was playing it, I'm like, imagine if like you just went on a real life killing spree and you were just blasting like this soundtrack in a CD player in your car. And he's like, oh my God, that's hilarious. I'm like, it's so weird though, right? He's like, yeah, it's so happy. I don't get it. I love it, man. I love playing it like for like, I don't know. It's just neat. But the GTA Advanced, it's actual music. Yes, it's on a loop. It's not full songs, but it actually sounds like actual music. Now, the Game Boy Color cartridge, the game is super loud. And I don't know. My wife got this Game Boy Advanced, the GTA Advanced cartridge, and the cartridge is kind of loosely put together. She was looking at the sticker and she's like, oh, this is like a brand new sticker. I don't even know if it's an actual official GTA Advanced cartridge. I tried it out. I've been playing it for the past 3 or 4 days. That's why I haven't been podcasting. I'm not gonna lie. Daddy's been in game mode, which I haven't really been in a game mode since I would say my divorce with my first wife. I've talked to people about it before in my life, like my current wife. I've explained to her that I'm very fearful of getting into video games because she's like, why don't you get back into video games? And I'm like, honey, it's not good. Like even before the divorce with my first wife, like towards the end of our marriage, I got into Final Fantasy really big. And I ended up, like, I was beating a Final Fantasy game like a week. Like, and anyone who plays Final Fantasy knows how long those games are. And I was beating Final Fantasy games like in a week each. And not that I was going broke, because I was buying cheaper used cartridges and shit. So, I mean, I was spending like $20 a game. And at the time, I was bartending. And it was like during a time period when the economy was great, so I was balling. But that's all I was doing. I would wake up, play video games all day, go to work, come home, play video games. That's all I was doing. Was just playing video games because I was so unhappy with my marriage. And then during my divorce, the gaming addiction just got worse. Because I was miserable, my life was falling apart. Like, that's all I would do is just play video games every day, all day, and work. So I know that I have an addictive personality. I've told you guys about my struggles with like alcohol and drugs. I'm addicted to cigarettes. At one point, like I said, I want to do a whole episode on it. Just because I think it would be important for people to hear about my story with addiction to pornography. Because I think that's a real struggle out there. Some people make fun of it and some people laugh at it, and it's like, no, it's a legit thing. I struggled with it and have to keep tabs on it and be careful with it because it is what it is. So, I am being careful with it. I wanted to take a little bit of a break from podcasting. I already told you guys a couple episodes back, like, I was starting to feel like I was running out of shit to talk about. And, yeah, I was like, I'm not gonna lie, dude. It wasn't that I was getting burnt out. It's just, I don't really feel like there's much conspiracy shit. Maybe I'm just not watching the right channels. Like I said, part of the reason was I can't listen to podcasts at work anymore. I don't really have that much time during the day. It's becoming that seasonal time to where I actually sleep later. I don't know why. During the fall and winter, I actually sleep later and don't get up as early. I'm just not getting the information like I was before. And just running out of shit to talk about. And I'm like, yeah, I might need to take a little break from podcasting for a while. But my GTA Advance came in the mail, and that's what we were talking about. So the cartridge itself, we think it might be like a bootleg cartridge, but it still saves. It still works perfectly fine. It's loose. The sticker looks weird. It looks like someone put it on there, like printed it or something. I don't know. It fits. It works. It's still playable. But the reason why, too, I think we got it, bootleg cartridge, is because that game, so the Game Boy Color cartridge, I said, I think it cost like $44. Because that's what it was. I was drooling at it in a card shop in the mall, and my wife just knew that I wanted it, dude. And she knew that if she didn't buy it, someone else would, and I wouldn't be able to get it. So she bought it for me, which was sweet. That was my birthday gift this year. And I was telling her, I was like, hey, I want to get GTA Advanced. I said, not that I'm not enjoying this GTA 1 for Game Boy Color, but I can't get super far on it. Like, I can beat like the first 3 or 4 missions, but it doesn't save. It kind of sucks. You can't progress through the story. I can't figure out how to unlock the cities. It's not saving high scores, so I don't know. I have to Google it and figure out how the fuck to unlock other cities. But she ordered it. It came in. And dude, it actually feels like you feel like you're playing Grand Theft Auto. The other one, like I said, it's nostalgic, it's cool, it's neat to see Grand Theft Auto on Game Boy Color, but the whole time you're like, something's off. It just doesn't feel like Grand Theft Auto. Like their sprites don't pop up as much. Like the town feels very barren. There's not 6 stars. There's only 4. It's like a little cop symbol, and you get 4 dots. I've only made it up to like 2 dots or something, I think. Maybe. I don't know. I can't remember. But I've only had like little cop cars here and there chase me. Like, I haven't seen SWAT. I haven't seen helicopters. I don't know. Maybe I should put the cartridge in and just rampage and see how many stars I can get, which would only be 4, and to see like if any other vehicles start popping up, like maybe they start doing roadblocks, maybe, because I know like they'll have like more cop cars chase you and stuff, but it's kind of hard to rampage on it because of the controls though, dude. Your car will get stuck, and then it's hard to get out, and you get busted real easy, you get killed real easy. But with this GTA Advanced one, dude, it is so much better. Like I said, you got actual music. The the cars go so much smoother. The actual running around and stuff is a lot smoother. Like in the Game Boy Color one, you have to turn your character and hold B to you automatically just run everywhere you go. But you like hold B to go forward, and you control your character almost like a car. So it's like you're driving while you're running, and when you're driving, you're driving. With the GTA Advanced one though, when you're running, you could just use the D-pad in any direction, and he runs in any direction. When you're in the car, that's when the driving mechanics come in to play. Sorry, someone was getting in their car in front of me, and I had my phone propped up on the steering wheel, and I don't want it to look like I'm filming them. So some of the cool things about the GTA Advanced that are different from the GTA GBC is you get 6 stars. You can have up to 6 stars. They start doing roadblocks at a certain point. I've only got up to, I think, like 4 stars. I haven't actually sat here and like rampaged on the game. I've actually been doing missions. I've noticed a problem with Grand Theft Autos in general that I ain't gonna lie, dude. It's my favorite game series. Final Fantasy used to be my favorite. I would say Grand Theft Auto is my favorite now. And it could change back to Final Fantasy. Who knows? I've had it over the years change from like Grand Theft Auto, Final Fantasy, Legend of Zelda. But as of right now, GTA is probably my favorite game series. But a problem I've had with Grand Theft Autos in general was I always get stuck. I've never beaten a Grand Theft Auto. So go ahead in the comments, make fun of me, that's fine. But I always get stuck on a mission, and I can't get past that mission. Like San Andreas, I got stuck on the train mission where you jump up on a train in a dirt bike. There's a mission in, let's see, because I have Grand Theft Auto 1 Game Boy Color, I have Grand Theft Auto Advanced, I have Grand Theft Auto 3, Grand Theft Auto Vice City, Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, and Grand Theft Auto Liberty City Stories. Every single one, I've always got stuck on a mission and can't get any farther. And dude, like San Andreas, that train mission, like I even maxed out CJ. Like maxed out every single level to the point where he was super jacked, super ripped, like 0 fat. Because it has like, with San Andreas, it has like those RPG elements to it. I got his shooting to the point where it was maxed out, his driving to the point where it was maxed out. Like it was, I didn't know what else to do. Like, so he was fully maxed. I still couldn't beat the mission. So I got stuck on the GTA Advanced, and what it is I have this mission to where I have to kill these goons, like super far to the north of Liberty City. There's like 3 or 4 that I have to kill up there. Then there's one down super far to the south. Then there's one to like the southwest. There's one super close. And you're on a fucking time limit, dude. I hate time limits. Like, and I'm getting like the fastest cars. I'm switching to shotgun so I can just like pop these motherfuckers, blow their cars up, kill them in like one shot, you know? Because if you're using handgun, it takes like 10 shots to kill someone. So it just, I'm like, so I'm stuck on it. That's why I stopped playing. That's why I'm podcasting today. But it's pretty cool, dude. Like when you hit someone's car, it will actually, like, you can hear, there's actual audio of like people yelling at you and shit. It's got actual music when you get in a car. When you like run somebody over, the ambulance will come and get them. Like that was missing from Grand Theft Auto Game Boy Color. It has money. The Game Boy Color Grand Theft Auto did not have money. Basically, in the GTA for Game Boy Color, what happens is like to get your guns and stuff, there's crates on the side of the road, and you literally run them over, and that's how you pick up machine guns. That's how you pick up handguns, you know, and ammo, and max out your ammo and stuff. But on this one, like, the streets are fuller. So like with GTA for Game Boy Color, like I said, there's less vehicles, there's less people because it's less powerful of a cartridge. On this one, like there's people all over the place, and you could just run through, splat them all. You can collect money. Some of them drop weapons, guns, whatever. You can pick those up. They actually have a gun shop you can go to. They have the pay and spray place. They have rampage icons that you can do side missions. Like if you hop in a cop car, you can do the vigilante missions. If you hop in an ambulance, you can do those missions. It feels like a Grand Theft Auto again. Like there was dialogue in the Game Boy Color one, but there ain't much. It keeps it pretty simple. Like this one actually has a storyline. This guy, his name's Mike. I'm not gonna lie, I was a little disappointed with the main character in the GTA Advance because he's kind of generic. He's just got brown short hair. His name is Mike. There's nothing like special about him. I felt like with like what's his name, Claude from GTA 3, like kind of the cool thing was that he was silent. You know, like I felt like he still had some character values to him. Like Tommy Vercetti is my favorite GTA character ever. And Tommy Vercetti, like his character is like super angry, got that Italian temper. He's just yelling crazy shit at people while he's going on rampages. Like, I feel like when you're playing as Tommy Vercetti, you feel like you're Tommy Vercetti, you know? But this game actually does have a storyline, unlike the GTA for Game Boy Color. The GTA for Game Boy Color just starts you out and you just do missions. It's not even that much dialogue. They just tell you what to do, where to go. This one, it's you and this guy named Vinny. And you're basically just like crooks who work for the mafia. You're trying to get out of the mafia and leave town and just honestly have a better life for yourself. I won't spoil it too much, but something happens. You end up kind of solo. You end up kind of avenging Vinny. I'm not going to tell you what happens, which I hope that didn't spoil it. Yeah. And, dude, this game, like, the Game Boy Color versions did not get... They were all flops. I mean, just being perfectly honest. They were all flops. People, I think, were used to the PlayStation versions of GTA 1 and 2, and they just blew up. That's why GTA 3 is when it really blew up, when they stopped doing top-down and actually, like, free roaming and shit. And they almost did GTA 3 as top-down. I'm so glad they didn't. But, they all got flops. But, I mean, if you're a huge GTA fan and you just love GTA, you'll like these games. Especially the advanced. The two Game Boy Color ones they got. You'll like those just for fun. Don't expect to, like, beat the games or anything. But yeah, that's what I've been doing, man. Just geeking out on some Grand Theft Auto, playing some Grand Theft Auto. I told you guys in general I wanted to do an episode reviewing the Grand Theft Auto for Game Boy Color. I ended up just kind of reviewing both that I have now. I plan on getting Grand Theft Auto 2 for Game Boy Color. It's Game Boy Color only. It's not a black cartridge that's compatible. It has a password system. So, yes, password systems are annoying compared to saving, but it was a way that you could save to where it could save memory on the cartridge and they could focus on other shit. So I don't mind password systems, you know. I'll have a little notepad and I'll just write my password each time I quit. That way I can progress, and I might be actually be able to get far in that one. And I haven't watched too much reviews on it because I don't want to ruin it. I just want to enjoy it. So I plan on getting GTA 2 for Game Boy Color. I have GTA 1 for Game Boy Color, and I have GTA Advanced. I'll have all three for Game Boy. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of tell you where I've been, what I've been doing. And this is a blue pill episode, but I just wanted to talk some Grand Theft Auto and tell you how much fun I've been having gaming. I should get back into podcasting. I probably will here lately. I just wanted to take a little break, keep myself from getting burnt out, and just have fun with life in general. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I hope you enjoyed the episode.